Okay, so Mercury's gone into retrograde, so this means it's gone back in time into Scorpio again. So it's going to stay here for the next, I think, 10 to 14 days. So this time when Mercury in retrograde goes into Scorpio, it makes a few aspects. So I'm just going to talk about the positive and negative of those. So Mercury, as it goes into Scorpio again in retrograde this time, makes a conjunction with Mars. So we may be impatient. This can lead to heated arguments, but positively we can become more assertive in our communication style, being more direct, which can be good, cutting the crap, getting to conflict maybe, but it makes for a better relationship in the end. So this is good for maybe tackling any conflict that you've been putting off, but just be mindful to respect other people's boundaries and give you both space to think about what you want, to actively listen to each other, and to create a safe place to heal your relationship. It can inspire us to speak up in meetings, confidently present our ideas or opinion. This can lead to some of you impressing others with your passion and assertiveness, but just as I said, be cautious of coming across as bossy and aggressive and dominating the communication. Leave space for everybody involved to have their opinion. Mercury makes a biquintal to Uranus, so this is a subtle energy. It encourages us to be more curious. We can be more unconventional in ideas or have a desire to seek out unconventional solutions and people. Positively, it helps us to be visionary and to make, for some of you, groundbreaking discoveries. This helps, subtly to repair our relationships as well, but it can lead to scattered thoughts, a tendency to jump from one idea to the next, or actively listen when we need to, especially in conflict and all of that. It's a good energy that basically allows us to find long-lasting solutions to our problems, think outside the box in our work, and just focus on the practical aspects of building a better life, better relationships and stuff like that. Mercury makes a square to Neptune, so again it supports us being more intuitive, more deductive in our reasoning and logical, creative, and it's good for artistic expression and spiritual exploration. Negatively, it can amplify misunderstandings in our miscommunications and just a tendency to be idealistic and dreamy in the way we go about looking at things and stuff. Although we may feel more connected to our intuition at this time, we can also get lost in illusion and unrealistic expectations, ignoring red flags or Neptune energy and the negative end that makes us be ungrounded. So we can use tarot cards and psychic things and being ungrounded, and this can cause psychological, emotional, spiritual instability. We can use drugs and alcohol and do spiritual things, and not to say not all spiritual exploration is not in chance when we use it, maybe a drug, but it depends on how much we use and how much unresolved trauma we have and doubts and fears, because it kind of acts as an energy field that can draw negative to us. So this is not to scare you at all, but to make you aware so you can make conscious decisions and be just aware that if you do go into psychic exploration at this time, the information you get back may not be 100%, and ultimately it's about trusting your own self and making your own decisions. The other side can guide us, but we're responsible for our lives. Also, we can get lost in drugs, alcohol and toxicity, as I said, toxic relationships and thoughts and self-destructive behaviour, so just watch out for that. The best use of this energy, as I said, is to use creativity, whether it be writing, dancing, gaming or anything else, to work through your emotions and creatively heal your emotions. Mercury also makes a trine to the North Node, so it gives us that, it supports that connecting with others on a deeper level and having more productive conversations. It can make it easier for us to get our point across, but it can also pose challenges for finding peaceful resolutions. But trine energy that Mercury makes to the North Node supports us in finding our life purpose and communicating to others what we want to do without being so scared and stuff, So although people may reject our need to follow our purpose, It's important to realise that only you can really make yourself unhappy, and we must meet our responsibilities and commitments with others. But ultimately, some of you may think about consciously uncoupling, or just being more flexible in your relationship, and it can be hard, especially if it's the other partner, if you are in an intimate relationship, who's pushing for this. But with open communication and consideration for their needs, as well as respectfully or aggressively, I don't know, just asserting your own wishes, but just being prepared for the fallout and trying to apologise if you do cross people's boundaries and stuff. When Mercury goes into Scorpio again in retrograde, it also makes a grand trine. A grand trine is when 3 planets are evenly spaced around the zodiac. We're all forming like an equilateral triangle, so it brings harmony. It allows for deeper connections, a stronger sense of self-compassion and empathy for others, giving us the ability to communicate with more awareness and sensitivity and understanding. Supports us being creative and finding creative solutions, can lead and supports creative breakthroughs and inspired thinking and clear and open communication, which can help us bring harmony back into our relationships, even if we have to go through storms to get there. Negatively, again, it can add to the idealistic energy and make us romanticize situations and not seeing the truth, and get lost in fantasies and dreams and be emotionally confused. So it's important, once again, to be grounded and just watch out for getting caught up in illusions and ignoring red flags and passive aggressive communication and behaviour, or avoiding confrontations altogether. Yes, it can be crazy. Debates can get crazy, and Mercury Scorpio brings that kind of sting to our communications, but ultimately being authentic in relationships is where it's at. This is how we bring realness into our world, and it can be scary to accept the real, or because sometimes living in that fantasy can be good. Well, it can seem good anyway, because it can be, we numb ourselves to reality. Mercury also makes a T-square to astrology as well, so it helps us to tap into our resourcefulness as we navigate this time, but also it can sort of like make us take on too many things at once, which can lead to scattered thoughts, miscommunications, understandings and breakdowns in communication as well. But again, it supports problem solving and navigating things that come fiery and the twists and turns of the whatever goes on now. So remember that even though the energies can be overwhelming as Mercury's retrograde in Scorpio, instead of letting frustration consume you, adapt a flexible mindset of resilience, and just being open to being gentle with yourself and others and understanding. Surround yourself with a supportive network if you can, and be that support, that emotional, psychological, spiritual support to yourself. Be more patient and understanding with yourself and others as well. Tap into your intuitive gifts in a safe way and read between the lines and pick up on subtle clues in conversations. So yeah, that's that. So now I'm going to talk about what Mercury Scorpio means on the karmic level, the lessons we can learn when it means for committed relationships and hookup relationships, and everything else that can go on, like our careers development and spiritual and personal development. So first I'm going to talk about the practical, spiritual, esoteric and astrological meanings of Mercury transiting in Scorpio. So when Mercury is in Scorpio, it's important for us to approach this energy with an open mind and a willingness to explore the depths of our being. This may involve facing uncomfortable truths and confronting our shadow side, or experiencing the shadow sides of others. The transformative power of Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto, and in some systems cold ruled with Mars and Pluto. So the best use of this is to release any fears or insecurities that have been holding you back, allowing you to step into your full potential. During Mercury's transit in Scorpio, you can expect your communication skills to be on fire. Your words can carry an added level of intensity and power, so it's crucial to choose them wisely. Practically speaking, when Mercury cruises through Scorpio, it brings a deep intensity to our communication game. It's like our words become supercharged with emotion and power, so be careful with what you say during this time, because your words may have a bigger impact than usual, and your actions as well, so watch out for that. On the spiritual, esoteric side of things, Mercury in Scorpio opens up a portal to our innermost thoughts and desires, making it a perfect time to dive deep into introspection, self-reflection, and explore the hidden corners of your mind. Don't be afraid to confront those skeletons in your closet, fam. It's all about growth and transformation, you know. And when it comes to astrology, this transit brings some serious vibes. Scorpio is all about passion and intensity, so expect some major intensity in your communication style. Your conversations can have that extra oomph, making you as charismatic as hell, so it's a time to tap into your intuition and trust your gut instincts. Mercury in Scorpio has a way of guiding us towards what really matters, helping us make decisions with a deeper understanding. But hey, remember that Mercury is the trickster planet, so be prepared for some hella intense conversations and possibly even heated arguments. It's all part of the cosmic roller coaster ride, right? Just make sure to keep it respectful and avoid any unnecessary drama, okay? So yeah, so now I'm going to talk about the worldly, materialistic, the political sort of like meanings, plus the social impact of Mercury transiting in Scorpio. So, as I said, Scorpio is known for its intensity and probing nature. So, Scorpio infuses Mercury's energy with depth and secrecy. On a worldly materialistic level, this transit can cause a deeper focus on financial matters and investments. It encourages us to delve beneath the surface and explore hidden motives in business dealings. Scorpio's shrewdness combined with Mercury's analytical skills urge us to make informed decisions to increase our material well-being. Politically, this transit can heighten the intensity of debates and discussions. Scorpio's power and intrigue, combined with Mercury's communication powers, can create an atmosphere of deep analysis and strategic thinking. Political leaders may use this energy to gain insights into hidden agendas and effectively communicate their ideas and make a powerful impact with the decisions they make right now. On the social level, it encourages us to delve into our emotions and revel in the deeper layers of our psyches. This self-reflection can lead to transformative conversations and a greater understanding of ourselves and others. It may also bring up discussions about power dynamics, secrets and hidden truths within relationships and society. As individuals become more aware of these dynamics, they may feel compelled to address them, leading to necessary changes and growth. Moreover, the intensity of Scorpio combined with Mercury's influence can create a sense of urgency in addressing social issues. People may find themselves passionately advocating for justice, equality and transparency. This transit can bring about powerful movements and social reform as we unite in our shared desire for change. Although Mercury's transit in Scorpio can bring different experiences for all of us based on our natal chart and the transits to it and personal circumstances, however, one thing is certain: this transit has the potential to ignite a fire within us, pushing us to make informed decisions and take action to enhance our material well-being. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the karmic lessons we may experience, the karma and past life implications of Mercury's transit in Scorpio. So we know that karma is like the universe's way of keeping tabs on our vibes. It's all about cause and effects, actions and reactions and consequences. pros and cons and all of that. So when our messenger planet Mercury cruises through Scorpio, it's like a cosmic magnifying glass zooming in on our past actions. Scorpio is all about secrets, power dynamics and transformation. Also rules our sexual energy as well, and especially the sexual desires that we repress and the kinks and unresolved trauma to do with sex and psychological wounds that we push deep inside us as well. So when Mercury transits through the sign, we can expect some serious soul searching, which can be different for each of us. This transit has a way of unearthing hidden truths and exposing the dark corners of our past lives, because you know Mercury rules our communication, so just secret communications can come out of nowhere. People may say their thoughts aloud when they're just thinking them in their head, or people may say secrets that they're sudden, and you know this can be conflicting and cause explosions, but in the long run this may be good for relationships as well. So although these may be uncomfortable times, especially you know secrets come out, this sort of confrontations are necessary for growth and evolution. It's like the universe is handing us a chance to confront our past mistakes head on and make amends. So as I said, when Mercury is in Scorpio, communication can take on a whole new level of intensity. We can dive deep into conversations, explore taboo topics, and maybe even uncover long lost secrets. It's time for honesty and authenticity. So all in all, when Mercury is transiting in Scorpio, we are encouraged to delve into our subconscious, uncover hidden truths and confront and resolve any unresolved issues from our past. Karma plays a crucial role during this time, as it prompts us to acknowledge and rectify any negative thought or behaviour patterns that we may have carried over from past lives, or what we need to, what we may have carried over from childhood or early adulthood or even mid-adulthood that we need to change so we can live a more productive life. It offers growth opportunities by challenging us to face our fears and transform ourselves through honest self-reflection. The karmic lessons of transiting Mercury in Scorpio are twofold. As I said in the introduction, it pushes us to use our words and communication skills more responsibly, as the intensity of Scorpio can increase both positive and negative energies. Secondly, it calls for transparency and honesty in our interactions, pushing us to confront deceptive or manipulative behaviour that may have originated in past lives. Ultimately, understanding and addressing these karmic lessons can create a fertile ground for personal growth and transformation. This transit provides an excellent opportunity to shed light on our deepest desires, unravel hidden motivations, and heal any emotional, spiritual, psychological wounds that are still affecting us. It invites us to dive deep into the depths of our psyche and unravel the mysteries that lie within us. So as for past life implications, as we know, Scorpio is known as the sign of rebirth and regeneration. So when Mercury is transiting through this transformative energy, it's like our souls are given a chance to heal and grow from past life experiences, especially those to do with communication issues, not being able to say what we really mean, hiding our feelings, not being able to express ourselves authentically, and all of that. This transit can bring memories or experiences from previous lifetimes that have influenced our current circumstances. It's like a cosmic flashback, allowing us to connect the dots and understand why certain patterns or relationships exist in our lives. But remember, my friend, it's not just about looking back, it's about taking responsibility for your actions in the present moment. Scorpio energy demands accountability and forces us to face the consequences of our choices. So during this transit, we may be confronted with situations requiring us to make difficult decisions. It's a time to examine the power dynamics at play in our relationships and ensure that they're built on mutual trust and respect. So yeah, although Although the intensity of Mercury and Scorpio can be overwhelming at times, it's important to embrace the discomfort. Through this process of soul-searching and self-reflection, we have the opportunity to confront our past mistakes head-on and make amends. It's a time to be honest with ourselves and those around us, even if it means facing some uncomfortable truths. Acknowledging our shortcomings and taking responsibility for our actions can pave the way for growth and transformation. So we opening ourselves to dive sort of like deep into conversations and within ourselves and explore taboo topics, things we don't like to talk about. We may uncover long stolen, hidden secrets that have been buried within us. These revelations can be both enlightening and challenging, but they provide the opportunity for healing and releasing emotional baggage that may be holding us back. It's time to dig deep into our psyche and confront the shadows that hold you back from living your fullest potential. During this period, it's essential to approach conversations and yourself with sensitivity and empathy. Creating a safe space for open dialogue is crucial, where trust and mutual respect are valued above all else. Through this transit, we may also uncover hidden talents or abilities that may have been dormant within us, waiting to be expressed. By embracing the intensity of Scorpio, we can tap into our inner wisdom and intuition, allowing them to guide us in our interactions with others and with ourselves as well, and improving that sort of self-love, understanding, forgiveness and worth and management, and as well healing as well. So now I'm going to talk about how committed relationships and hookup relationships are positively and negatively affected when Mercury is in Scorpio. So in terms of committed relationships, it pushes us to communicate with more authenticity and vulnerability. It invites us to dig deep and express our true thoughts and feelings, even if they may be uncomfortable or difficult. Doing so creates an environment of trust and openness in our relationships, allowing for deeper connections and understanding. However, it's important to approach these conversations with sensitivity and compassion. As I said earlier, Scorpio's intensity can sometimes manifest as power struggles or manipulation, so it's crucial to be aware of our own motives and avoid using communication as a means of controlling others and stuff, which can be bad for our relationships and stuff. So as I said, conversations may become more intimate and profound with the intense energy of Scorpio influencing our communication. This can lead to a deeper understanding of each other's desires, fear and vulnerabilities. But again, don't use these as weapons, because sometimes we can do that and stuff, and sometimes we can hold back because it is scary to be vulnerable. However, being open and being available to change and to compromise right now is essential. And although trust can be strengthened as secrets can be shared and emotional barriers can be broken down, but there is also a potential for conflict during this period. As mentioned, the intensity of Scorpio's influence on Mercury can bring out deep-seated emotions and hidden truths that may have been repressed. This can lead to confrontations and difficult conversations that challenge the stability of the relationship, so it's important for partners to approach these discussions with empathy, understanding and a willingness to work through any issues that come up. In hookup relationships, the energy can be felt in different ways. So on one hand, it can increase the physical and sensual connection between partners, creating an intense and passionate experience. Scorpio's influence can increase desires and drive individuals to explore their deepest fantasies with their partner. The Scorpio energy can heighten physical attraction and drive, making encounters more fiery and passionate. This can create a sense of excitement and adventure in hookup relationships. On the flip side, the intensity of Scorpio's influence can also lead to jealousy and possessiveness. In terms of hookup relationships, where there is no commitment or expectation of exclusivity, this can create a sense of excitement and adventure in hookup relationships. On the flip side, the intensity of Scorpio's influence can also lead to jealousy and possessiveness in hookup relationships, where there is no commitment or expectation of exclusivity. These emotions can create complications and misunderstandings, so it's important for everyone involved to communicate openly and honestly about their expectations and boundaries. It's also worth noting that the intensity of Scorpio's influence can make it difficult to maintain a purely casual relationship during this time, because there can be deep emotions and vulnerabilities that may surface, and this can blur the lines between hookup and something more meaningful. It's crucial for everyone involved to be aware of this possibility and have open discussions about where they stand. So yeah, overall, whether you're in a committed relationship or a hookup relationship, the influence of transiting Mercury in Scorpio can bring both opportunities to deepen connections and explore new levels of intimacy. It can be a time for soul searching and passionate encounters where emotions run high and desires are magnified. So now I'm going to talk about how career, spiritual, personal and educational development are affected when Mercury's in Scorpio. So in terms of career development, this transit creates intense focus and deep analysis. This can greatly benefit individuals who are looking to delve into complex problem solving or investigation work. It encourages strategic thinking, which can lead to uncovering hidden opportunities or seeking out innovative solutions within your professional life. In terms of spiritual development, during this transit, Mercury's energy aligns with Scorpio's introspection and depth. So this can prompt individuals to engage in self-reflection, leading to increased sense of spiritual awareness. It may be a time of uncovering hidden truths and diving deep into the depths of your psyche and exploring the mysteries of human and universal sort of existence. In terms of personal development, transit Mercury in Scorpio can bring about transformative experiences on a personal level. It encourages us to confront our fears, embrace vulnerability and explore the depths of our emotions, being more compassionate and understanding to ourselves and others. This can lead to personal growth, increased self-awareness and the opportunity for profound healing. In terms of educational growth, the alignment of Mercury in Scorpio can have a profound impact on educational development. It encourages us to engage in deep research and study, promoting a thirst for knowledge and understanding. This transit creates a focused and analytical mindset, allowing students to delve into complex subjects with ease. It may also bring a desire to uncover hidden truths and explore the depths of knowledge in various fields of study or personal hobbies and stuff like that. So now I'm going to talk about the best things for students, professionals and lovers and entrepreneurs to do when Mercury is transiting in Scorpio. So for students, it's a good time to delve deep into your studies because, you know, as I said, Mercury in Scorpio enhances focused thinking and analytical abilities. So students can use this period to engage in deep and thorough research, delving into complex subjects and developing a deeper understanding of their courseworks or anything else that they want to sort of like focus on right now as well. It's a great opportunity also to collaborate with classmates and share insights. Professionals should take advantage of Mercury's transit in Scorpio by using their intuition and investigative skills. Because this period favours intense attention to detail, professionals can use this time to dig deep into projects, explore new strategies and uncover hidden opportunities. It's also a beneficial period for networking and building connections that can lead to professional growth. For lovers, the transit of Mercury in Scorpio brings intensity and passion to relationships. This is a time when emotional connections deepen and secrets are revealed. Lovers should embrace open communication, honesty and vulnerability during this period. It's an ideal time to explore the depths of their relationships, engage in deep conversations and strengthen their emotional bond. Couples can also use this period to address any underlying issues, work on trust building and cultivate a deeper sense of intimacy. Entrepreneurs can capitalize on Mercury's transit in Scorpio by focusing on strategic planning and research. This is a phase that favors calculated risk-taking and intuitive decision-making. Entrepreneurs should dive into market analysis, examine competitors, and identify potential areas for growth. It's also a favorable time to review business contracts, negotiate deals, and seek out partnerships that align with their long-term goals. By using the intensity and focus of this transit, entrepreneurs can make informed decisions that pushes their businesses forward. So now I'm just going to finish up by talking about the positive, negatives, esoteric and special meanings, plus the best use of Mercury's transit in Scorpio. In summary, on the positive side, this transit enhances our ability to dive deep into complex matters, making it a favourable time for research, investigation, and uncovering hidden truths. Communication can become more intense but insightful, leading to profound discussions, deeper connections, and a more deeper understanding of yourself and others. Negatively, Mercury in Scorpio can bring a tendency towards secrecy or manipulation in communication, so it's essential to be aware of power struggles or being overly superstitious during this time. Watch out for becoming too obsessive or fixated on certain ideas or information, as this can lead to mental stress and difficulty in letting go of negative thoughts or emotions. In terms of the esoteric and special meanings of Mercury's transit in Scorpio, it's associated with unlocking the mysteries of the subconscious mind. As I said, this is the time when we may be more tuned to our intuition and psychic abilities, allowing for profound insights and transformative experiences. It's a favourable period for exploring spiritual practices in a grounded way, because, using tarot cards and contacting the other side is good, but just remember, just as there's good and bad people in the earthly realm, it's the same in the spiritual realm, so we should always rely on our own sort of intuition when deciding whether to take and use the information from, the psychic realm. So yeah, but ultimately it's a good time to connect with the deeper aspects of our psyche. So the best use of Mercury's transit in Scorpio is to use the increased intuition and investigative energy to uncover hidden truths and gain a deeper understanding of yourself and others. It's a time to engage in deep research or delve into complex subjects that require analytical thinking. Use this transit to have meaningful conversations and explore the depths of your mind, and just to be gentle with yourself and have, compassion, and try not to be so overwhelmed, even though it's overwhelming, this energy. So yeah, that's the end of this very in-depth analysis of Mercury's transit in Scorpio. Take care and see you next time.